That's a good life lesson, by the way. Don't expect anything, never get disappointed. Welcome everyone to the Merciful Metal channel. My name is Thomas, and today I got a little challenge, challenge for you guys. A thread, not a thread, a thread. 10 albums. 10, 10 albums. Um, it's very simple. Show me 10 albums where the title track is the best track of the album. It's as simple as that, nothing more, nothing less. There's one album that triggered this idea for me, and since then I've been looking in my collection for albums that fit the criteria. Like I said, it's not a hard challenge, but fun because I got looking, I got a little checking out in my, I checked some stuff out in my collection, found some cool examples. 10, it's always 10 because it's satisfying, I guess. If you can do 10, do 9, whatever. Yeah, I don't think I have to explain what a title track is, but if you are some alien observing the human race and you're taking notes here, title track is the song that has the same name as the album it's on, or vice versa. I don't know what came first, the chicken or the egg. Is the song named after the album, or is the album named after one of the songs? Yeah, so aliens, take note, and guys, if you get invaded next week and get abducted by aliens and get probed in your asshole, you're welcome. I know you secretly like it. So let's start with my number one. It is the biggest example that I can give, and that is Number of the Beast, Iron Maiden. I don't have to say what song it is, it says it for itself. What to say, Number of the Beast really was a gateway song for me when I first got it. Like, this is like the trigger that got me into like real old school heavy metal. This was the door that opened for me, and yeah, just a fantastic song. It's burned into my brain. I've listened to it so much. Number of the Beast, best song of this album. Now this was the initial album that, that I came up with this challenge for. Sabotage, Hall of the Mountain King. I don't know what the stream of thoughts was, but I was listening to this album and it was a close call. It was a close call because Strange Wings, the closer of side A, fantastic song, love it. But then I thought, like, yeah, the title track is a little bit better, and it's just a fucking classic, an absolute underground classic. So when I started to notice, oh, it's the title track, it's the best track of the album. And then I started thinking, like, are there more albums where the title track is the best track of the album? So there you go, Sabotage, Hall of the Mountain King. It's a nice original Atlantic press. Lately I've been all over like originals. I don't really buy reissues anymore. Next up, this album I discovered last year. I think you know the story, but if you don't, Twisted Sister, Stay Hungry. I've always looked down on this band because for some reason I thought it was some glam band, and yes, there is a little glam in there. Never cared to check it out because I always, like, we're not gonna take it, always put me a little on guard. But then I decided, let's fuck it, let's just check it out. Started off with the title track, Stay Hungry, and I was blown away. This was not what I was expecting, and it is such a fantastic song. I love it, and I'm loving this band ever since. And even the songs like I Wanna Rock and We're Not Gonna Take It, I now low-key, unironically love these songs. But yeah, I've been really diving into Twisted Sister, but Stay Hungry will always be my favorite Twisted Sister song. Just the hooks, not necessarily on the chorus, but also the verse. The verse is just yeah. Twisted Sister, Stay Hungry. Next up, pretty underrated band, but you all know this band. Chastain, Voice of the Cult. That's the best track of this album. It's just the way it opens with that guitar. Chastain, guitar wizard, a little too, I don't know. Some people say Yngwie Malmsteen does not have feeling. Chastain, he's a nice guitarist. I like stuff like this. I love it. There's my dirty fingerprints. It's sweaty, it's warm. I don't know if sweaty is a way to describe the weather, but my butt crack thinks otherwise. Chastain, Voice of the Cult. Like I said, Chastain is more just a shredder for shredding's sake, I guess, but still fucking love Chastain. This is my favorite, yeah, this is my favorite album of these guys, and the title track is definitely my favorite of them as well. Best track of the album, though there are some fantastic songs on here. Original Roadrunner. I love this artwork as well, and everything, or like most of the stuff that this artist does. Yeah, like the Shrapnel stuff, the American stuff, there are a lot of bands that have the same kind of artwork from the artist, and I love it. Also deserves a mention. Next up, Terror Squad by Artillery. By Inheritance is my favorite album of these guys, and one of my favorite thrash albums of all time. But sometimes I forget how fucking awesome this album is, and it is really underrated. It is so fucking heavy, and the title track just proves that. It is the guitar tone and the vocals, the fucking screeching, aggressive vocals. You can really feel the lungs just popping out of his throat. Fucking heavy is what I want to say. Heavy, and the title track is just a fucking classic. It is not even like fast, it's just a very simple beat, but fuck, it is heavy, and I fucking love it. It's so pounding. Artillery, again, original press on Need. Is it an original on Need? Oh, it's a Roadrunner press. I don't know, whatever. Artillery, Terror Squad. Next up, another fucking classic. With so many great songs on the album, which made it a tough choice, but Piece of Time, Atheist. The title track is just fucking iconic. That bass intro after that fucking shore atmospheric intro, whatever. But when that bass kicks in, it's so groovy. It's so fucking groovy, and that main riff that just. Like I said, there are a lot of bangers on this album, but the title track will, for me, always be the best, most iconic Atheist song, even though I prefer Unquestionable Presence. It's a close one, but I just have a little bit more personal feeling with Unquestionable Presence, but this one just fucking fantastic. And I gotta say, Piece of Time, however, is my favorite Atheist song and their best one. Absolute fucking classic. Next up, another thrashy one. Agent Steel, Unstoppable Force. Their debut is definitely superior, but this one has a title track that is the best track of the album. It is the opener as well, Unstoppable Force. Catchy as hell. Love it. I never get tired of this song. Fucking fantastic. And the vocal performance of John Cyrus. Incredible back in the day. I mean, he is one of my favorite vocalists from back in the day. What an amazing voice he has. So fucking soaring high. The title track, Unstoppable Force, like I said, just catchy as fuck. Here's an interesting one. Also, I feel like a lot of people know this band, but not talk about it as much, especially the early catalog, which is this from as well. Riot. And yes, Narita, it is my favorite track of this album. And if you know the song, it is an instrumental song, just a short instrumental song, but fuck, does it hit the right spot for me. That hook, that main like guitar hook is, I just fucking love it so much. It beats everything on this album. Here's a fun fact. This album has a cover of Born to Be Wild on it, and that is the most covered song in heavy metal. I kid you not. But yeah, Narita, even though it is like an instrumental song, it's just... yeah, more people need, like I said, more people need to talk about early Riot. Even though they are well known, I feel like the early catalog is a little bit, I wouldn't say underrated, but you know, you guys can talk about it a little more. And this wouldn't be the Merciful Metal channel if I didn't show some fucking weird ass foreign shit. Tubla Tanka, I love this band. And even though, I have to say, even though if you pick an album like this one, these songs are either a hit or a miss, there's no middle ground. You either have a fantastic song or just a song that is meh. But yeah, the reason that I'm showing it is because of the title track. It is the best song of the album, and it was a close call again. Because on this song, or on this album, is a song, you should check it out if you like your slower and more emotional heavy metal. Check out the song Deadness. This guy can sing, and if you listen to that song, it's angelic, absolutely. But we are here for the title track, and that is Zkusíme tu přes vesmír. Say it with me. This album ranges from, well, if you checked out the song Denes, from the more slower part to the mid-paced part, but the title track is a fucking speed metal masterpiece. Check it out, please. It is so catchy as fuck. The hooks on there, fantastic. And like I said, the guy's voice, angelic, high. He really hits the right high notes. Definitely one I would recommend you check out, the title track. There we go. Zkusíme tu přes vesmír. Speed metal, underground masterpiece. This album is from 1987 from, these guys are from nowadays Slovakia, but like I said, 1987, so this was still Czechoslovakia. If you find this, I think it's pretty easy to find if you go more east in Europe. It's not expensive. These guys, their albums, they are very cheap, so if you can manage to find them online, just pick them up because they are fantastic band. Really check out that song. And the last one, this is a great closure for this challenge. Another underground thrash classic, Realm, Endless War, title track, Endless War. Again with some more of these, a very close call. The runner-up for best track is Slay the Oppressor. Close call, but Endless War just, it's also, again, the opener of this album as well. And the way that guitar riff just kicks in, I can never get enough of it, so that it wins by this. Yeah, there is a lot of good stuff on here. This House is Burning Down, I love that song. And a cover of Eleanor Rigby, which is the opener of the second side, which is pretty daring if you open the second side with not just a cover song, but fucking Eleanor Rigby. But if, again, aliens are observing us and they've never heard of the Beatles, but some way, somehow, they stumbled upon this video and they are going to check out Endless War. They're listening to the song Eleanor Rigby. It fits in perfectly. They wouldn't be like, oh, this is not of them, this is a cover. I guess I would have to explain what a cover is if I have to explain what a title track is. Doesn't matter because aliens are not observing us. Sorry. Time to end this video, I guess. Yeah, Endless War, original press. Love it. So, I'm not expecting any responses. That way I cannot be disappointed. That's a good life lesson, by the way. Don't expect anything, never get disappointed. But it would be fun to see some responses from you guys. So it's an interesting challenge thread. Makes you dive into your collection a little. 10 albums, if you can do 10, whatever, give me one. I don't care. No expectations, no disappointments. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Even if there are no responses, I think it's pretty fun, a pretty fun topic to talk about. So let me guys know what your favorite one was from this bunch. I hope to see you guys in the next one. I hope to see some responses. Thank you guys. Bye.